never change because of the rain. Never switching on my homies. I never change because of the fame. Niggas be watching my movements. Bitches be thinking I'm cute. I can never love them. I can never trust them. Me, I can never be stupid. Focus on stacking this paper. I don't even see me, you hater. Shorty, you're freaking me. I can never get in the niggas. I feel it. I won't see you later. None of these haters is making me mad. Only concerned with me getting this bag. Spitting this fire, but still I won't brag. I'm planning to retire my mom and my dad. Shout out to the squad. Me, I was struggling. Still they was rocking with me. If all of my niggas is hungry, just have you some patience. Like, go get you all you can eat. Cause soon we gon' have it. Been way too long. It's all good cause now I'm home. And they left me on my lonely. So I did this on my own. Was a kid, but now I'm grown. And I'm reaching for the throne. And the only way I'm falling is because that summer's gone. I never changed because of the pain. I never changed because of the rain. Never switching on my homies. I never changed because of the pain. I never changed because of the pain. I never changed because of the rain. Never switching on my homies. I never changed because of the pain. Promise that that pain will never change me. Promise that the rain will never change me.
Yo.
Change me. Promise that the game will never change me.
Shout out to all my barbers, shout out to all my stylists. We are Beards and Baldheads, your host Fat Lace. I got the flyest guy on earth to the left of me, True Lies. Look like you got some hype piece.
Photo shoot fresh.
Something. There's something real special on your feet right now. You playing?
Yo, no, so
Yeah, exactly. The flyest guy on earth, True Lies.
humble stunt.
You know what I mean? Got the Soul Survivor Barry in the building. Mr. Aggie Pride himself. Cousin D in the building. And I wish I made up a word. Static. Somebody might have used it. That's how I feel.
Static.
Elated.
Elated. Good one. Ding ding
Good
for
one.
you.
Ding ding. I get a ding ding.
Bad.
I'm feeling nostalgic.
Ooh.
That's
Man, I feel special. Because our special guest tonight, his family, he's a legend, an honorable man. Just an honorable, talented, humble, special, hard-working man. And he has a lot of little. I hate when people say that word little. Forgive me. He has a major accomplishment. Major accomplishments that we are super proud of. And we're going to honor. We're going to have some fun tonight. I have my family. I got Jonathan Hillerman, a.k.a. Juan Don in the building.
What's up?
Has a new project that's out. Unruly. Just dropped on Friday.
Dropped everywhere. Available everywhere. Yes, sir.
All platforms.
Yes,
He's a nice MC. He's a nice MC. And before, y'all feel like, yo, I think I seen him before. Like, yo, he might, you might have seen him do some things. Yeah, it's the same person. That's him.
That's a nice cut.
That's the same fresh cut. Shout out to all the barbers and stylists.
Yes, sir.
Who did that cut right there?
My boy, that's my boy Gene the Barber.
Where's it?
Based out of Patterson. Gene the Barber, all pro barbers.
Talk about it.
Yes, sir. All pro barbers. His best friend is with Victor Cruz. He's been cutting his hair since he was a rookie, so they came up together. He kind of hit me up. It's just like, yeah, he came to my crib at the time, really late, and cut my hair. We've been cool ever since.
It made you look that good?
Yeah.
Woo!
Shout out to him.
Shout out to him. Hey,
For
man.
For
We're
sure.
gonna need you up here too, and hopefully
That's what we're here for.
Yeah,
Shout out to
yeah.
Barbara.
Shout out to y'all barbers,
man.
man.
Gene the Barber, baby, out of Patterson.
Can you bring me back? All my Patterson people, can you bring me back?
What he said in the last segment. And there ain't no coming back.
Ain't no coming. Man, we're gonna talk about a lot tonight. Thank you for coming through. Got that essential water out there. One of my main people from Patterson. Let me see that thing right there, man. Shout out to my boy Jamal Mills, man. Rocking with that water. That thing got some extra with alkaline, ain't that?
Yeah, you got a little kick to it.
Yeah, that thing is real. That thing is real, man. We got you rocking. Lil PH. We got you rocking in the background. We're gonna talk about the album.
Word.
We're gonna talk about your journey.
Do
Because
it.
we know you,
Oh yeah.
but we don't. and it's a lot that other people don't know about you.
Right.
So we here to have some fun with it.
Ooh, let's do it.
We here to have some fun with it. You know, first of all, play NFL.
Right.
So I want to start it off by giving a shout out to my Chiefs out there.
Really?
What happened?
Don't, no, please.
Yo, first of all, let me tell you, I am the most loyalist bandwagon fan ever. I was rocking with the Giants for a minute because of Jay. I was rocking with my Niners. They didn't treat us as a people correct. So I had to go with a black man at a quarter. Y'all not supporting.
Chiefs? Nah.
Oh, man. But I'm going to tell you, since Super Bowl time, we're going to get a little bit of football talk in here.
You see who back in it, though?
So, yeah, we're going to talk about that. Because one person I have in front of me, this man is a winner. Jonathan Hillam is a winner. Been working hard his whole life.
Yep.
And at the same time, even like with some of your tracks, you know, that we're going to get into later, some people they don't understand it. They take it for granted.
Right.
And think anybody could do it.
Right.
It's an easy thing to do. So they don't respect sometimes the accomplishments that you have.
Right.
And if they don't respect you, how they gonna respect some of these winners right here? Like D, if you could read that right there, man.
Both were called frauds because of an easy conference division, only to go on the other side and do the same damn thing.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. First of all, shout out to my little big brother. Someone needs to highlight that little patch in the back a little bit, but it's okay. Talking about Brian.
Must be something in that NBA water, because that seems that's the bad spot for them dudes now.
It is.
Bron, KD, a couple other dudes.
That Miami Heat, like that's that something on South Beach that get that thing messed
Sizzling their
up.
scalp.
But my point, people don't respect these winners. It's a conspiracy. I said it was a conspiracy. Other people do. Brady is set up for the NFL for Brady to win in a live action sport. Why do we say this? Why don't we just respect their greatness for who they are? D, I'm gonna let you take that first.
Because they've been too successful. People hate on the successful. They hate to see the success that Tom has had over the past 20 years on the field. So that's just second nature to most.
Everyone can't do it. Why we just can't appreciate, he's that good.
I think because there's people that are better than Tom Brady, like as far as skill set.
Skill set wise, yes, there may be.
There's literally like quarterbacks way better than him, but he's just that dude.
But in order to be the man, you got to beat the man.
Yeah,
And there's been more times than not that he's been the man to beat, and they haven't done it. So
true. I mean, it's a team sport also.
It is a team sport. And, the quarterback gets the hype. They used to say, he's only a winner because he's in this system.
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
He's only in this system, so he's a winner. He wouldn't be good if he went somewhere else.
Probably not.
Probably not.
ain't gonna matter now.
Because he didn't go to just any team. He probably went to the best team in the industry.
Besides us,
Besides who?
Niners. Besides the Niners,
But no, it's warm weather.
To my personnel, man for man, receivers and all, I don't know. They were already, the receivers were there already.
oh yeah, they definitely had the receivers.
So the running back, they just added Fournette, and then they added Gronk and AP. Come on. Stack the deck.
Best
bro.
offense he's ever had.
Stack the deck. Now don't get me wrong.
Ever.
Don't get me wrong. He was smart. You got to give him credit for being smart.
Gotta
he
give-
could have went to almost any available team he wanted to.
He's smart.
He chose that team.
He wanted to go to
Athletes
us.
are smart.
He wanted to go to us.
He would have. He would have.
He wanted to.
He
Hold
probably
up.
would have did the same thing with y'all.
Hold. You see how you say us? I'm with y'all now. I can be the Niner now.
Oh no,
49
no,
now. That we the
no.
gang.
No, you not.
I'm a winner.
No.
I'm a winner like Juan Don, Jonathan Hill.
Yes, sir.
I'm a winner like you.
Word.
Even though you're not a Chief like us, I was a Giant with you when you was rock.
Word.
But sometimes they don't respect the journey. They don't respect how they got there and continued success. I'm sure you have had that in your life at times.
Right.
First of all, I'm going to ask you, since you've been in the NFL, you are an NFL player, is it a setup? Is it a hoax?
No.
You sure you ain't got the private tweet that went on? Just a winner?
We're watching winning.
Just a winner.
It's a winner.
Worked hard.
Worked hard, grinded, stay consistent, Stay focused.
That's fake. That's what they be saying. Like this,
Nah, it's true. That's the formula. There's no secret sauce. That's what it is.
it's no secret sauce. So really, work hard. That's real.
Yeah, you gotta work hard. You gotta grind. You gotta stay consistent. But you gotta really figure out what your why is, man. Because at some time it's gonna be people hating. It's gonna be people, trying to find and nitpick something. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're a winner, just like LeBron, who's my favorite athlete, just like Tom Brady, God rest his soul, Kobe Bryant at one point. You're going to find something because they're tired of people winning. It's like Alabama. Everybody wants the Alabama lose. They're tired of people don't like dynasties. They're tired of it. They want something new.
Lakers.
They hate them. Floyd Mayweather. They hate him. Every time Floyd come into a fight, they looking for him to
He's
lose.
gonna get knocked
He's gonna
out.
get knocked out this time. Everything.
Is this fair to say? I don't feel like Michael Jordan got that type of hate
He did.
for winning.
Yeah.
I think he got hate.
great point.
That's
He
a great
did it.
point.
You know what?
That's a great point.
Great point.
It's different. He
got-
was in the process of transcending a sport and a culture at the time.
Lot of
Like you
people
can't
were
hate
quiet.
on that.
They were
There was no
quiet
hate
about
in
it,
that
though.
whatsoever.
If you look back at it, a lot of people did not.
This was
like
the-
it.
yo.
They were just quiet about
This-
it because it was different.
This was the craziest thing about Mike. We're in America. I had this conversation the other day with a friend. We're in America where we praise nothing but winners, right? You have to be a proven winner before we really put the marketing dollar behind it. Michael Jordan was the only winner, only person who didn't win yet, where you swore he was the biggest winner on the planet.
Because he was an enigma. He was charismatic. He was a dominant force that they saw. Somebody foresaw that.
Because he was doing stuff that people can't
He
do.
was doing stuff they didn't see at the time.
Or
Beyond a Dr. J or
a great point.
whoever else was on there. He stepped it up to another notch with with
Great
athleticism and swagger. Even his swagger, he came in talking that shit
now,
and putting up buckets.
Now, in
On
19
teams like the Celtics,
yes, he
and
did.
the Pacers,
Yes,
not the
he
Pacers,
did.
the Pistons.
He was
and-
losing, but yeah.
That's my point.
But he was
still
getting his.
losing.
He was getting his.
He was getting
respect.
his. Okay. So I always wonder, like, why in '88 we call him the best, and you ain't win yet. In a sport where most sports, if you're not the champion, they don't give you that
Because
respect.
you never seen him guard.
And mind you, I'm not a Michael Jordan fan.
Because it was a big man's game until he came.
Or did they never market a guard?
But it was, a point guard, but it was never seen a two guard, a
Okay.
wing player dominate before. It had never been done before.
No doubt.
It's always been a tall guy or a real small point guard. There's never really been a guy, a wing player.
And you know-
the first wingman is to lead a team.
Oh man, thank you, B. And I'm sorry for the boos, and I'm sorry because you're an ACC man. Please don't boo. Former ACC, Roy Williams.
Yeah.
He said Michael Jordan said he wanted to be the best player ever in UNC history, which I probably could say
He wasn't.
he doesn't have the best stats.
Was it worthy?
I say Cycle T,
I say Rasheed Wallace.
Wow.
but
Tyler Hansbrough, really?
just college. But the mentality. One thing I liked about Cycle T, his mentality when he stepped in. You really can't teach that mentality. Sometimes you have it in you. And
That is Vince Carter.
it's not too many people who I've
Only played
seen
2
as a
years.
child
Most of them played 2 years.
who had it in them. Me and B had the pleasure to see this guy right here. Before he even had this Edison 48 on right now, and before he had this 32 on.
Oh,
Right
man.
here.
That was a bad dude over on the left.
Woo! Woo!
That was a
That's
bad
an
dude.
ugly number though. Let's get to the
Oh,
ugly.
Look at the
yeah.
eyes, though. Look at the eyes. Where the eyes? He checking two levels down.
That's definitely a fullback number.
Oh, man.
48.
Didn't run like one, though.
They're not.
He's a outside linebacker.
Yeah.
Strong safety.
Yeah.
Whack number.
Yeah.
Whack number
Nobody got
right
to pick
there.
their numbers in Little League football unless they was Jason Edwards, like this dude over here who's
Yeah, I'm
flying up and down the field left
They
and
do
right.
whatever.
But hey, but I got a whole other thing with numbers. We'll get to that. But you're right, D. Who came? 48 though.
like Big Cuz said, man, we didn't get a chance to choose. I was the out of towner. We moved from playing for those in Edison for a little bit before I moved back, and those kids they kind of knew, what I'm saying, the coaches and stuff like that. So I kind of came. I was one of the last kids to pull up. So I was the jersey. It was either that or 56. So I'm not playing running back at 56. So I'm like, let me just try 48.
This your first year playing football?
That was first time playing. That was first year playing running back. I played 2 years prior to that.
What, you was lineman?
Yeah.
Like AD?
Yeah.
You had to earn your stripes.
For sure.
Waiting for that time. Hold up. Because we're in the era, my kid's a prodigy. My kid is the best.
Yeah.
You put my kid in there because he's going to be the best ever. But you sat there as a lineman.
Yeah. So that's crazy. That's glad that you brought that up. I was in Franklin for 2 years before. And my dad, we would always have sprints at the end. You know, Pop Warner, you always got sprints in 6 inches. So I'm always like the third guy in, but I'm a lineman. But I'm the third guy in and beating running backs, receiving, stuff like that. So my dad's like, yo, we not running the ball and stuff. We not running well. So, yo, try him at running back. He big as, you know what I'm saying? So he was my dad was kind of going off with the coach. And the coach
Shout out
came
to
to
Coach.
me. Yeah, you know, y'all know how he get down.
We're going to get
Shout
the
out
coach.
to Dad for
Love
sure.
Coach. Happy birthday
Yeah,
too, Coach.
for sure. Happy birthday. That's OG, triple OG.
Yes.
But he so he saw that way back before I did. I was just playing, and the coach came to me. Didn't even go to my dad. I guess he was pissed off at me because I guess he was scared of my dad. He didn't want to confront him. Understood. And he was just like, yeah, we got, your dad feels like you should do this. And he told me, so he pretty much, long story short, he told me, I'll be lucky to be I'll be an average high school football player. I probably won't go to college. There's no shot of me going to the NFL. So I should probably find a different interest or a different talent to try to, tap into. And I remember, not saying nothing. Like, going home, not saying nothing. Going home on the drive. And usually I'm talkative about whatever. And my dad was just like, what's going on? I was like, nah, I just want to go to sleep. Didn't eat nothing. I was just so angry. That was, brought to tears. I was just so mad. And I was like, I'm never, ever, ever, ever going to forget that day for, the rest. When I'm tired, I'm like, bro, I don't feel like doing. I just instantly go back to see this dude's voice, and I just all right, I got to go do this. I got to go do it hard. You know what I'm saying? So that right there, it's funny that you said that. That's how I started off. And then, obviously, my dad said, are we out of here? Going somewhere else. And then the team is like, yeah, we need a running back. I said, ding, hey, I'll go play. And the rest is history.
Heard you was lighting them up.
Yeah,
After
shout out.
that.
Yeah, because I was running. So we used to work out with my uncle, pretty much my uncle, Coach Danny Harrison.
Shout out to my bro
Yeah,
D.
shout out to
Yes.
OG Coach. I know he's watching. I'm sure he
Yes,
is.
he is.
My man, for sure. He taught me how to play running back. My dad always taught me how to be fast and athletic and gave me the idea, but I was like, okay, cool, but how do I do this? You know what I'm saying? We watching Bo Jackson and Walter Payton, my favorite, and dudes like Emmitt Smith and all those other guys, and I'm like, yeah, but how do I do that? You know what I'm saying? And then Coach Danny was just like, I got you. I think you could do this. I really you really think I could? Nah, I think you can do this. If you really want to, if you really buckle down, I think you can make it happen. It's from age 8 to 25. Every summer. It's off season. Me and him, I don't gotta go nowhere else.
I'm going to tell you. Shout out to D, one of the best trainers ever, one of the best coaches ever, and one of the greatest guys. I love Danny. Before you even got to Danny, though, me and B saw something
Oh man.
that we've never seen before. And I've heard stories that you might not know we know that just instilled how competitive you are.
Yeah.
We had this track meet. Shout out to everybody from Plainfield, because we had a Plainfield legend if we didn't say that earlier. So we had the rec summer track meet.
Right.
And kids 6 and under had to run the 50. You did not look like you were the fastest kid.
I was fat.
Didn't look.
I was fat.
You didn't look like you were the fastest kid.
Right.
You did not let anyone beat you. I never seen someone stick their head out or put their chest. It's like you just look at the person next. You're not going to beat me, and you win like this every time.
Yeah.
Your determination. He's not going to beat me. 6 years old. You're so competitive that you, with your brother, y'all used to compete on who could put their foot. They would wake up in the morning. Kid you not. Kid you not.
Oh, man.
Wake up in the morning. Let me see who can wake up and put a foot off the bed on the floor.
Shout out to Big Nate, man, for sure.
This competitive drive is
Yeah,
different kind of drive.
Yeah.
That's games.
Shout out to Big Nate, man. He's competing on for everything.
Man, shout out to bro. Like, this is a different type of drive that you would have with your brother. Not that's low, bro.
Yeah.
Where Nate? He's somewhere up in here. We're gonna get to him. They go the whole family right there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jay
Big
too.
Nate, for sure.
You know,
For sure.
everyone doesn't have it in them at that age.
Yeah.
And you did.
Yeah.
You weren't discouraged. You took that fuel that you had from the coach saying you can't do this. You probably
Right.
just be that.
Right.
But I want to big up the fathers out here, especially yours.
Yeah.
Because your father instilled something in you saying, no, you can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Danny instilled something, you can't do it, and you believed it.
Right.
Why?
Law of attraction. My dad was so passionate about it that even in my disbelief or my lack of confidence, I was like, yeah, you're right. We might be able to do this. You know what I'm saying? Just how I've done this before. I've trained athletes. I know. I've seen it. You've seen me do it. There's new, and I've done it in the professional level of my own thing in track. So it's in there. It's up to you to believe and go bring it out. You know what I'm saying? And so that was just that law of attraction. He felt so strongly about it that it just kind of just made me think, well, he got to be on to something. You know what I'm saying? So I got to see how far this is going to go. You know, I got to see how far I'm going to take this and really push to get everything out of it. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, and Coach Danny was the same way. So, I mean, I played this position that your father really speaks and says that
D3
you can
All-American,
do.
college All-American.
Exactly. Records, names engraved at, schools he was at. And so I know what I see. If you didn't have it, I'll tell you. Now, I wouldn't break you down, but I would tell you, you might want to play a different position. But no, you can do this if you really want to do it. And the rest, I just said, all right, well, I trust y'all. I trust myself. I'm going to go out there and just do what I got to do, work and continue to just grow different things to my game as time goes on.
Talk about the work that you will put in.
Oh,
Could you
man.
say it like it's easy?
Yeah.
You're from Plainfield.
Right.
You're from a lot of areas where it could be a little tough.
Right.
And some people, it's easy to just, if it ain't easy, I ain't gonna do it. Especially off work.
Right.
You put in work every single day.
Right.
Have you seen that with other players? Like a work ethic like yours?
Coming up
From here.
for me.
That type of work ethic. The
Yeah.
reason why I want to instill and hit this home is so many people that want to get here.
Right.
They want to get here
Right.
from all over the world.
Right.
They want to be right here. But they don't know what it took to be right here.
Mm.
And how you started right here.
Right.
It started with the belief. This is how powerful your father is. Let me say this. Get this out the way. Your father says to me, says, Jay, what do you want to be? Father was my track coach. He said,
Right.
do you want to be Plainfield good? Do you want to be Jersey good? Or do you want to be All-American good? My junior year, I want to be All-American good. We were far from All-Americans. But he said, if you listen to me, you can be All-American good. We became All-Americans in 1998 through God and through your father and listening and training hard every single day. That right there just made me believe, oh, man, that self-belief. And it didn't stop there. He went to Franklin, have so many national champions, state
Right.
champions.
Right.
And that's your father, and you seen that happen time and time and time again. Now it's
Right.
your turn.
Yep.
Any pressure?
Nah.
You was ready for it.
I don't believe in pressure. I don't.
Why not?
Pressure's negative. I always see the glass half full.
Mm.
So it's just me. It's really motivation. Really, it's I've always been the kid growing up. My dad. He actually was like, man, you're wise among your years. My dad and my uncles. I used to spend time with them, listen to them, talk to them until they say, all right, get out of here. We talking grown phone talk. Go outside. But kids would always be like, man, what if we lose championship games and things? What if we lose? What if we lose? I used to be like, Hey, what do we get when we win? You know what I'm saying? I always saw that other side, like, are they going to love us? Like, are we going to have a party? Is it going to be a big trophy? Are we going to be respected? Is the younger people going to look up to us? The older people going to idolize? Like, what happens when we win? You know what I'm saying? So I never really saw this pressure. I just saw it as just like, okay, this is an opportunity to do something pretty great. And what happens after that happens?
It's funny you say that because if you ever played for a championship game, usually what they would do on any level is they had the trophy sitting there.
Right.
The whole game.
Yeah.
Baseball, basketball,
Exactly.
football.
Exactly.
I don't know about football. I can't remember football. I think I only been in one championship game of football. But the trophy's sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
So the whole game, you're looking at that thing.
Yeah.
You like, you know what?
Yeah.
For the taking.
You like, yo, we can, every time you turn around, you like, you know what? We playing for this.
Right.
And like you said, it was never about the pressure. It was like, we won it.
Yeah, it's right there.
Those are our trophies.
Uh-huh.
You know? As soon as the game over, you know, I was fortunate to be on a winning team sometimes. So.
Right.
Nah, absolutely. And D, and Cousin D, when he left, and you know, I love playing from Plainfield, but we were the ones who really started winning again after the early 80s. Consistently, football and track. Been better athletes. It's been better athletes in our 97, 96, 98 team. Got Barry went D1, went to Tennessee.
Right.
Was others, had a Derek Carter, who was one of the greatest running backs ever in the state. He had to go to another school to start winning. When you got a winning tradition, it's a different feel and a different atmosphere. Like, yo, D, I always ask you, what was the main difference of the feel when you went to Piscataway? Now, you know, it's regular talk with just us, but we know the difference between once you pass Rock Ave. And once you pass Rock Ave, now you're playing football for Piscataway, a winning tradition. How did it feel being around winners?
It was
'Cause you were a winner already.
Yeah, it was a confidence booster, you know, more or less, because you knew that you had the support of the coaches, like you had support of teachers, town. Like it was a totally different environment and feel going from Plainfield to over there. So I think it was a morale booster and a confidence booster because, you know, it gave me the confidence to be like, well, shoot, if I knew I was good here and they was good, like I'm only gonna make them better. So we definitely gonna win some more. So that only helped me out more.
No doubt. And you've been through so many different districts.
Right.
Edison, thanks, D.
Right.
Edison, Franklin. Then you make a choice. I know it was different places you were living, but you know we always claim you.
Right.
You from the Fed?
Yeah.
He from the Fed.
I'm from.
He needs to go to the high. You know how we are. We're gonna get this conversation out.
Yeah.
He needs to
there
go
was
to the
people
high.
there was people trying to, you can use my address to stay. Like,
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna tell you. Before my junior year, I wanted to leave and live with D. I'm gonna live with my cousin. I want to be with the winners.
Right.
I wanted to be with the winners until we got an attitude and shout out to Danny, DK, AD, all of like, nah, man, we can't lose no more.
Right.
And we changed our story.
I did.
And changed the Plainfield story. And know who we wanted? We wanted you. One of the best we ever see as a kid. But you're not here.
Nah.
Now, you go to St. Peter's. But they're known for winning at the time.
Right.
I'm sure somebody on the block was like, yo, why you ain't?
Oh yeah.
When you made that decision, shout out to Tyrone. Was it your decision?
Nah.
Whose decision was it?
It's my dad.
Why?
Well, he just saw the difference, and it was beyond football really. Just academics and social life, being able to do certain things like commute. I'd take 2 trains to go to prep every day, so my commute every day was like.
Seen y'all one day
You
going to
did.
New York.
You did.
I saw y'all
You
one
saw
day,
me.
and I'm taking the train. I'm like, yo.
Yeah.
I remember that day, and I'm like,
Exactly.
whoa.
Yeah, that was every day.
Stopped in Newark, Plainfield to Newark.
Plainfield to Newark, chill, wait for the PATH train in Newark to Jersey City. Take about a quarter-mile walk from the PATH train station.
You've been doing this since 14.
I've been doing that since 14 up until 17, and then the senior year I was driving to school.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, every single school. But the first 2 years I wasn't by myself. I was with my brother, Nate, so he was with me. And then he graduated, and by that time I had it all down pat. Junior year, and then senior year drove to school.
That environment, if you didn't go to that school, caught up in Do you think you would have the same success if you wasn't around that environment? You personally.
I think it would have been tougher. I think ultimately, because I was just so like I want this to happen. Like going to low-key to the point where I need this to happen. It's not even like I don't like I want it. I need to do this. You know what I'm saying? And so I think it would have been tougher, a lot tougher. But I think ultimately it would have found its way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think it would ultimately would have been a lot tougher though. I would say.
Not only are you going every day about an hour and a half commute.
Right.
You're around winners.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be around other races.
Right.
You know, our community is mostly black.
Right.
Spanish.
Right.
And we sometimes are intimidated from other races because
Right.
we don't know them. And vice versa, because we don't have the conversations.
Right.
But you start at this age in Edison, which is multi-ethnic.
Right.
Do I get a point for multi-ethnic?
No.
I don't. I like the way it sounds, though. But I like through the person
Tough
who it is.
crowd, man.
I like, yes, a tough crowd. Season 8 now.
Oh, man.
The point went up. We on that special board of Mario.
man.
We're like, you got to put that code.
You have like 4 syllables.
Yeah, we don't got to give up.
Oh,
The
man.
multi-physical. I'm just going to start quoting your rhymes, and we're going to get there.
Oh man.
Now we live in this world like, yo, Black Lives Matter and
Right.
this and that. And
Mhm.
But it ain't just start. My friend said to me, he said, we all about love. Shout out to my love as well. You know, my boy James and Tiff and everybody. There's so much hate going on. And the way America is right now, the riots, the this, the that,
Right.
it gets wild. And in some things we don't understand as far as communication amongst others and success amongst others and their journey and the people that they have been around. You not keeping it real if you are around Chinese, Spanish. Because they ain't one of us. They get mad when you with somebody on another block.
Tell me, man.
Then you went to
true.
P-Way, yo, you sold out, bro.
Hey, I'll be back.
You sold out.
See y'all.
B, what you doing? You in Irvington. T just too fly. They ain't scared to get too close to her. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna say nothing to her.
Oh,
They ain't gonna
man.
say nothing to T.
Sneakers.
You met a lot of different people during the way.
Right.
Befriended different races.
Right.
Did it help with your confidence and strength moving on through the years?
200%. 200%. It allowed me to just like experience a lot of different things, right? So my best friend,
We here.
my dog Sean, that's my man. Shout out to my man Sean, man. Yeah, that picture had my playing for homies thinking I was like the next what's that movie? Blindside. They thought I moved in with them. They thought I moved in with them. So I was like, nah, I still live and play, but that's my man. But yeah, like you said, the conversations were different. I learned a lot of things, like things that just even in the home life, just things that I didn't grow up talking about in my house, like how to, like what different accounts, like opening up savings accounts and doing certain things and what to invest in. They would always be like, they would have to make a joke like, yeah, John, when you go to the NFL and you're making millions, you gotta invest in this and this and this, like being funny. But they're in the back of their mind, they were like, yeah, it's probably gonna happen. But just certain things like reading certain books and doing certain things and, you know, experience certain stuff. And I was like, I don't even know what that is, you know what I'm saying? And so it kind of opened my experiences up, right? And kind of what you said, it's funny that you said that, what you said earlier, when I'm coming back home, you know, talking about this thing, like, bro, you sound white. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, what's that even mean?
You sold out.
Exactly. Like, what's that even mean? You know what I'm saying? And so that was, yeah, I mean, it definitely opened me up to a lot of different things, able to, you know, have different conversations and being able to, you know, express myself in a lot of different ways. But yeah, it definitely helped out.
That was interesting what you said, because a lot of black parents, we talk to our kids about how to get the money.
Right.
We're not really talking. We're not thinking about talking to them about what to do with it.
Exactly. Yeah.
But not what we're
That's
thinking
not-
about.
that's
at
not
They
all.
just
think
caught
about
you.
it at all. That's
Even
true.
assume-
That's true.
How did they know that your parents didn't talk to you about that? For them to just automatically think that was their place.
Oh,
to
no,
tell
that-
you
no, no,
that?
no,
Like,
no,
was
it
that
wasn't-
like that kind of.
It wasn't more so that they were telling me that I didn't know. It was just a
That was
conversation.
basic- he's saying that's the
Just
Yeah,
basic
normal.
conversation.
Yeah, that was
normal
just. I was at the
conversation.
dinner table.
Alright,
I was at the
thank
dinner
you.
table.
Basic
Thank you.
Yeah, no, definitely thank you for
because you know what?
clarifying that.
That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying though. They're talking like that because that's their future.
right,
All the time.
right. It was
All the
always
time.
about
All
the
the
end.
time.
It was always about the
Their-
end game.
Right,
Yeah,
because their kids are going to get money.
exactly.
And they know it. So they
Right.
talk about, okay, when you get older and get your money, this is what you do with it.
Right.
We go up and saying, you need to do this to get money. That's
Exactly.
the conversation we have with our kids.
Right.
What?
How to get the
Once you
money.
get it, now what?
Exactly.
We deal with that once they
Exactly.
get
That's very
it. We
true.
don't know if they're
Thank
gonna get it.
no, thank yo. I'm gonna tell you because I had this conversation. I just had this conversation earlier today. Everything's intentional.
Okay.
And I'm telling my mans, I'm like, look, I need you to take yourself out this conversation. He went to a school and he was surrounded by other races, very wealthy
Very.
people, and I'm like, bro, you have different conversations in your household.
All right.
But really, for a typical black household, we don't hear those conversations.
Nah.
And he like, well, you could just look it up. I'm like, you could, but it's not even on your mind
Right. Exactly.
to look it up.
Look
Just-
it up
just-
when we were kids?
No,
like-
no, now.
Now,
And
yes.
I'm like, now you can, but
Yeah,
even
I'm saying
now,
when we were kids, you look something up, you got to bring out a fucking Encyclopedia Britannica.
you get voice for that, D. You get voice for that. Britannica.
Definitely a lot easier now.
Way before Google.
But even then, it's still training. Like,
Still trained.
Right.
That's my point.
That's what it
T.
is.
And
Exactly.
then again, you say that it's still training as an athlete. Shit, I wish I was coming out of high school in 2007, 2008, or now because they got a lot more opportunities and views
Right.
and people helping them than we
Exactly.
had. All these
Exactly.
clinics and stuff they have and combines
Yep.
they have for these high school kids.
Social media.
We didn't have that stuff.
Social media
Social
alone.
media is huge.
That alone
Social
too.
media
Like,
alone.
yeah, we might have had a camp or two we will go to in the summer up at a Boston college or Virginia or something like that. You had to pay for it, and you go there, and it's a bunch of
Was
other
that a
kids,
pun
and it was
intended?
like 2
Was that
weeks.
pun
But you
intended?
don't need a coach.
No, that's just one.
We see though. We see it all on the magazine,
Oh man.
dancing.
That's funny.
Come to death.
But like they got a lot more opportunities. I wish I had that now, and let alone they hit us with the Ricky rule. And when I was coming out, they changed the SAT score thing. That was a
Oh,
whole
man.
big thing, and now they switched it back. Like it's a whole lot of rules that apply now. But I think it's at an advantage because it helps the kids get to a better place.
Absolutely. Now, getting back to that, you handled yourself so well when you got that opportunity. Because some people can't get out their hoods or out their mind. Sometimes the hood is just their mind,
Right.
not even their environment.
Right.
And that whole, I wish I had that line right there. They did their job.
Oh yeah, them boys are doing their
Ooh,
thing.
this
man.
St. Peter's right here.
Yeah.
Ooh, y'all did y'all job, man.
Yeah.
It
Y'all,
looked like a toll booth
You
lane.
remember
That
that
line
play?
so whole. It looked like
Yeah,
a toll
I
booth
do
lane.
remember that play. Actually, that was a long. I actually cut it back the opposite way, and that was a long play as far as like got it down to the goal line. Ended up scoring the next play, but yeah, we actually lost that game. So
ooh, let's
that's
not
a-
go back. Let's go back to here.
That's a sad.
Let's
yeah,
go back
that's
to a nice.
little bit
Let's
of-
go back
yeah.
to the pretty picture. Let's go back to this. All American.
Oh man.
Yes. And before he got there, to be
Right.
a U.S. Air Force All American, it's like the top of the top, right?
Yeah.
You got the top of the top
Right.
in the belt.
I was actually the only dude that played strictly freshman on that list. Everybody else was starting varsity. All other freshmen, all over the country, from Texas, California. I didn't get a snap of varsity. But also, to my defense, we had the number 3 running back in the country in Savon Huggins, and then we had a number 1 athlete in the state, number 10 athlete in the country. Who also played running back in Sheldon Royster. And then we had to do Jared Creighton, who ended up going for them. Then we had to do who ended up going to Nebraska. And then we got my brother.
And then we got your brother.
Then we got Big Bro.
And
so it was cloudy.
His
back then.
greatness,
Yeah.
let's be clear,
Right.
absolutely great athlete.
Right.
Great athlete.
Right.
So you have to be patient.
Uh-huh.
Wait your turn. In this era, who waits their turn? Who's patient? My kid is the best. Put him in it right now.
Right. Or we want to leave.
Or you want to leave? I need to go to this one, or go to that one, go to this one.
Exactly.
when there's a system, you can afford to be patient.
You should be.
Nah,
Right.
that's
You
out the
should
door,
be.
man.
You should be.
Even back in the day, man, you didn't play varsity as a freshman or sophomore for the most part.
Right.
Nah, you had to wait. You had to be really good.
Or
And it
your
was
team
too
wasn't
far afield.
Or your team wasn't very good.
Right.
Like
right.
like DK played That's different. Larry Lester played as a freshman at Piscataway. That shit ain't never happened.
Yeah, but not
we had Arthur Barnes. That was
who was an
Art was
amazing guy.
He's Frankenstein.
He was our freshman.
Somebody
He was
built
the
him in
only
the
freshman that
basement and let him out of Cook School and wreaked havoc on playing field.
He was the only freshman that played for us.
It's very rare to be patient.
Mm-hmm.
It's very rare to have someone who can deal with that environment. It's very hard to have someone who has that discipline
Right.
to do this every single day.
Right.
I want to get back a little bit as a kid, because like I said, you're comfortable around anybody, comfortable in your skin,
Yeah.
because your parents right here raised you right to have the confidence and have the respect level.
Right.
Shout out to Mama Hill too.
For sure.
And you know she don't play. You don't want her to say nothing. before
I
Pop
was
do it.
always more scared of my mom than my dad.
Understood.
For sure.
As a kid, I don't know if it was you or Nate, y'all was tested because we're innocent as children. Racism ain't a big picture, and it's not a big thing for us.
Right.
One of y'all got called the N-word. Was it you or your brother?
It was me.
It was you.
Yeah.
At a young age. What age were you?
I believe I was in 5th or 6th grade. Yeah.
5th or 6th grade.
Yeah.
Some ignorant child who learned from someone older.
Right.
Their parents or older brother. Somebody
Right.
instilled that in them.
Right.
And now you're called that.
Mm-hmm.
5th grade. And you respond how? We having fun.
Yeah, we having fun. We've grown from
Real
that.
go somewhere.
Yeah, but
This is only 5th grade because they're
Right,
kids. Kids should
right.
not have this type of
Exactly.
energy
Yeah.
on a bus.
Exactly.
Hey, if it was physical, don't say nothing.
I mean, I did the same
NFL
thing in
does
5th grade.
background checks.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no, they know all about this type of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I reacted physically. I reacted like usually a plainful kid will react to being called that.
No doubt.
So that's kind of how it went down. And my brother had my back, my friends had my back, and it became something pretty big. Yeah.
And that's my point.
Right.
It became something pretty big. But they said something wrong to you. If you call nowadays,
Right.
in 2000, what are we in, 21 right now?
Right.
Someone called me that, they might get expelled now.
Right.
Because Black Lives Matter now.
Yeah. Now.
Now. That's where I'm going.
Right.
But back then in 5th grade, well, why did you react like that? What's
Well-
wrong with you?
Yeah.
Now, but if they do that now, that kid might get suspended.
Right.
But it didn't matter then.
It didn't really matter then. Right.
It's a change in the world.
Yeah.
But no matter how the world was going, you stayed focused on how you need. You learned from that
Right.
at an early age.
Right.
A lot of people don't get that.
Nah.
Some people get AI'd.
Yeah.
Some people get
That's
AI.
very true.
Some people get AI. So I have to bring that up. Like, you saw it early.
Right.
You could have been discouraged and looked at white people. All of y'all are bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because when at 5th grade, I went through this.
Right.
But you still had the love for them right here.
Right.
You
Right.
mature. You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
everybody can't do that.
My best friend, besides my boy Jay, obviously shout out to my dog Jay. He's probably listening too. But my other best friend at the time was white. He was fighting with me. He was pissed off, like, bro, why you even say something like that? Like, he was
'Cause
just
it's
so
whack.
angry. Yeah.
That happened to me when I went to school in Massachusetts, though. You know, exact kind of same thing. But I didn't even really have to.
That's a whole different. I got
Yeah,
stories
thank
about
you,
that.
I had white friends up there too, and I really didn't even have to say much. Like, they stepped up
Right.
and handled business before I even had to do anything on some shit. So it's
Right.
still out there.
Oh, that was a good
D.
time right
Thank
there.
you, D. Right on time. So now we go to Massachusetts. We became an All-American, one of the
Right.
best at St. Peter's ever.
Right. Respect.
And now you graduate.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Now you become the new sensation. ACC, third
Right.
team. I remember. I was
Right.
tore my
Right.
team up. I'm a Tar Heel.
Oh man.
Yes, I
yeah,
am.
We did.
Oh, he's a Dookie. Let's not give him
No,
no
not in
love.
football, Miami.
Nah. So now you go to Boston,
Mm-hmm.
and we're going to briefly go through this.
Right.
How was this being here in Boston?
Oh man, it was a culture shock. Like,
Racism. How was in the culture
'cause-
going there?
And people was like, "Well, you went to St. Peter's Prep, a Jesuit school, similar. It's a lot of white people there, but it was different. Like I was like, well, like I'll never forget. I went. It was like sometimes people would say certain things and just like they wouldn't really hear what they said.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like
They were so used to it.
it's just exactly just so used to it, and it's just like certain things. I
Exactly
think
what you're talking
there was like there was like a thing where a kid wrote some racist things on a bathroom, or he had a snap chat where he was just like, yeah, this is how I like my steak, just how I like my slaves packed in. And so it was like a big thing in the school, and, you know, white people, black people was, you know, walking and marching, and other people, you know, at the school at the time. And they were just like, yeah, I mean, I don't understand why they're getting so angry. I mean, this and that. I mean, affirmative action's one of the only. I say somebody said affirmative action's one of the only reasons some of them are even there, or basketball scholarship. And I was just like, and the person that was doing it was at the time was not a friend, but like just their associate. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like an athlete on the team. He watched our games, we watched their games, whatever. And I just sat back and I was just like, yo, if this was like 10 years ago, I would have broke your jaw. You know what I'm saying? Like
The
straight
growth.
Exactly.
The growth is
Like
where I'm going.
if I was like 12, I would have really like broke your jaw for saying some like, do you really hear? I literally had to say like, yo, did you hear what you just said? Like, what did I say? And I literally repeated it, and he was like, oh, I was like, yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so like, just little things like that. You kind of use your imagination and how it was, but like just little things like that. And then you add on the whole idea of them being ridiculously wealthy. You know, real estate in that area, Chestnut Hill, Massachusetts, Newton, Massachusetts, some of the most expensive real estate in America. You know what I'm saying? Like Tom Brady lived in Brookline, which is like 7 minutes away. You know what I'm saying? Like, so these people, the people that was there, they didn't really understand. Like we used to laugh about it all the time. These people missed the movement. That's what we would say.
They missed the movement.
And it was just like, wow. You know what I'm saying? So, but I went out there, and obviously, you know me, I'm chilling. I'm wearing, you know, sweatsuits and Timbs and relaxing, and just, you know. And they were just kids with the Vineyard Vines and the vests and the Sperry's and things like that. I'm just like,
You said the what?
Vineyard Vines.
What's the Vineyard Vine?
Vineyard Vines is like, the only reason I know about this is because I went there. They would just have
Do
like
you know
the
about
little,
this right here?
It's from Martha Vineyards. It's
Exactly.
Martha
Yeah.
Vineyards.
Because
They
I
got
was,
some weird
yeah,
shit.
exactly. And I had a best friend.
Nobody in Boston is watching this right
Nah,
here.
I don't
Yo,
care.
nah,
I
yo,
ain't going up there no time.
But
No
yeah,
doubt.
so it was just like a culture shock when I first got up there. And people
Did it
just
affect your game? Freshman year.
at a certain point.
When did it play an effect, and how so?
I would say my junior season. We weren't really good as an offense as well. I think we were at 127 Division I teams. We were 125th on offense, 127th in the run. 127th most yards, most negative yardage runs. We weren't really good. But the guys up front, they were young, so I'm not blaming them. They were asked to do something they just weren't ready to do.
This right here.
Yeah, they were asked to do something that they just wasn't ready to do, and they became great players down the road. A few of them are actually in the NFL right now, and so, but yeah, it affected my game because, the Black Lives Matter things and just being around. I never felt comfortable up there.
Even though you were around.
Even though I was a notable guy,
people,
yeah,
in Jersey,
exactly,
in Jersey City,
exactly,
around Edison, around Franklin,
Yeah.
you still felt. Now you're somewhere else.
Yeah, I felt
What do y'all
more.
describe how that?
It made me more aggressive on the field when I played
okay.
linebacker when I went to school up there at
Okay.
the time, and I used to just hit the shit out of everybody
Right.
just because I've gotten flagged. Like
Right.
my coach had to sit down to me like, yo, like
Right.
what's up with you? And I was
Yeah.
like, yo, like
I'm just angry.
Take it out on the things that happen
Yeah.
around here that I won't want to get in trouble and get in fights.
Mhm.
This is my only time to do it, so I'm hitting the shit out
Yeah.
of anybody, any white boy that
Yeah.
come across my face, start talking crazy.
That's
It made me
That-
more aggressive. That's it.
Did he just say how you felt?
That's very much how I felt.
In a nutshell. In a nutshell.
Practice games, anything, yeah.
In a nutshell. So now you're like, yo, I'm taking my road back home. Going back to Rutgers.
And
Right.
that
Or
was
going
up
to
there-
Rutgers.
and that's where we was at. There was a bunch of dudes from Jersey up
Where
there.
you
and
originally
stuff like
supposed
that.
to go.
Originally, yeah, that's a whole different story. I'm from being the most loved. I'm going to places free food, this and that. Yeah, to like
Who you?
damn near hate mail, death threats. Like, why'd you, da da da. You're so. I'm like,
Whoa. Damn near? Or
18.
this is?
Yeah, it happened. Yeah,
Let's talk.
I was. You know what I'm saying? So I decommitted. So
Because this is at Rutgers.
right.
Hold up. Rutgers gave you.
No, people. No, not
Rutgers, but people were mad.
like who were fans or crazy fans, and they which I didn't think it was like some SEC type stuff. No disrespect to the South, but I mean I have friends who played out there. And that's the stories that they had. Guys who dropped touchdowns and things like that. That's what they would get. So I was as a 17-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid. At one point, it was like when I committed, it was like a big celebration party. Number one running back in the state of New Jersey commits to Rutgers. It's a big deal. Everybody's hype. Family's happy. Everybody's happy. I was happy. But as the time went on, things changed. And so I told myself I wasn't going to make no real decisions until after the season. I was going to give my teammates that respect and even to myself, because I worked hard and had a goal to win the state championship. And because personally, I knew I was going to play more games. You know what I'm saying? There was my seniors, a lot of our guys who I love to this day, we still talk about it. They calling me about the album and stuff. I was just on the phone with one of my homeboys. And they never played football again after. So I knew that part of it was like, okay, I want to win, but I want to win for them. So they can have something to say, yo, we did that. And unfortunately, just wasn't in God's plans for us. But yeah, so I told myself I was going to stay locked in, and if anything happens, I was going to make it after the state championship, do whatever I had to do, which I ended up doing. But it was like a lot of craziness going down, man. I mean, the guy who recruited me got in trouble for bullying a kid. The AD was fired because he was best friends with the basketball coach, and the basketball coach got in trouble for throwing basketball. Throwing basketballs at the players. And
Rutgers. Right?
Yeah, and the offensive coordinator left on the 8th game of the season, which is I didn't even know that was even allowed, but it happened. So they ended up the quarterback coach ended up being the coordinator and finishing the season out. He was also a guy who recruited me. And one of the biggest reasons why I made a change was because, I don't know, when I went up there with my Uncle Tony and my dad. Shout out to Uncle Tony, of course. And we went up there and we just said, let's talk. And I'm just like thinking in my head, I'm like, I don't got to take a plane to go out there. I live 12 minutes away. I can just drive up there and see
Is this the first time or the second time?
This is the first time. This is my senior years after the state championship game, right before I start taking official visits.
So boom, there's a one for the people that don't know. So
Right.
you got a first time you go there, and you want to go there.
Yeah.
All that happy. You don't go there.
Right.
Now you go here. You go to Boston.
Right.
Go through that experience.
Okay.
Then your last year you come back.
Right. So that experience in Boston, just making that change, and I just felt comfortable. I mean, that year, they had Andre Williams, who had a phenomenal season, and there was the whole line was coming back. Offensive coordinator kind of kept the same plan. So he said, yeah, man, I feel like you can come in and get every opportunity
This
to
at
start.
Boston?
Yeah, this at Boston College.
So Boston, you go there, got to success.
Right.
Now you go through the turmoil in Boston.
Uh-huh.
Now you like, I'm leaving and going back to the original plan.
Right.
Where you had people writing letters.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I had some hate letters from people from Piscataway, New Brunswick. Not no hate. I mean, like the girl hated me. Not no, you know what I mean? Not no
Right,
hate.
right.
This is crazy.
Right.
You know who that was.
Emergency
Remember
breakthrough.
At the basement. No, but you had to go through this at this age, and now the people who was acting, not them, per se, Rutgers.
Mm-hmm.
You had some founders come from there, and now you come back.
Right.
You come back. Did you enjoy yourself coming back? Was that because that's one of we have a lot of big decisions that you had to make, and that's
Right.
want to go through these decisions. Now you
Right.
come back. How
Yeah.
was that last year that you had that?
It was different. When I first, because I always knew about Rutgers since I was like 11. I used to go to games like as a kid, but being recruited, I knew about Rutgers since I was like 14 years old. Coming back as a 22-year-old man, my mentality was different. I was just like, all right, I'm in here obviously gonna be a leader, team player, obviously, and ball out and do what I got to do, and then use my talent to best service the team any way I can. But I was more. It wasn't really like a. It was more of a like, this is business. We gotta go make this thing happen. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really like when I was 17 where it was like, yeah, can't wait, man. I have all these girls and it's gonna be awesome. You're in the Big Ten. Now it's like, all right, dog, we gotta go ball so we can go get paid. You know what I'm saying? So,
And that's what happened.
and that's what happened.
You got
Yeah,
paid.
yeah.
You left it.
Right.
Graduated.
Exactly. Yes, I did.
And congratulations on graduating, because
Appreciate that.
that's a big deal right there.
Big deal. Yes, it is.
That's definitely a big
Appreciate
deal.
that. Appreciate that.
College
Definitely.
graduate.
Definitely.
And you do the dream that we all thought about when we had our hutch when we played football in back of Cook School, when we played on 8th Street, Warlaw, Hartridge, when we
Right.
played on Hillcrest, played on Emerson.
How about when we played against the neighborhood house?
You know what I'm saying? Played against the neighborhood house. Yes, with this one
Right.
right here, you was a secret. I don't think you knew we had bets on the South Plain.
Oh man.
And you supposed to tell that.
I'm saying,
Damn.
so as kids, we all wanted to be there.
Right.
And now we play. You actually got here. Congratulations on that, because I never said it in your face. We never said it in your face. We don't.
Right.
Man.
Congratulations on it.
Appreciate that,
I smiled like I was just in the I was like, yeah, I was gonna get it. You seen it from the beginning.
Seen it from
man.
the
Yeah, from the
beginning.
very beginning.
Nate was the mean one. But we loved him for it.
Nate,
Oh,
we
yeah.
love you.
It wasn't
Yeah.
mean towards us. As
Nah.
adults,
That's
They
just
don't
who he
play.
was.
Yeah,
That's
y'all-
just
they don't
very
pop on.
serious.
that was very respectable to adults. But
Yeah.
as far as he didn't play with nobody.
Nah.
He didn't joke.
Nah.
You was the peacemaker,
Yeah.
but you was aggressive. Ethan was like, you know what? I'm just trying to bully everybody.
Yeah,
Like, I
yeah,
don't care. I
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
listening to nobody.
You don't care about none of
I
that.
make my own way. I'm the smallest guy
Right,
here.
right.
And now I heard he's the biggest.
He
Yes,
the biggest
he is.
one. Now he the,
There we
now
go,
he-
right there, the
Yeah,
yellow.
now he gets,
That's
yeah.
crazy.
Now he's
it's
the
crazy.
biggest.
Oh,
Yeah.
peace to him. I definitely want to see him.
For sure.
Congratulations
Oh, man.
on that right there,
Right.
that
No
achievement.
doubt, yo.
Don't care what with this and that. You made
Right.
so many people happy and proud that you have no idea. They didn't know you from nothing.
Right.
Had a friend say, do you know, I'm a Giants fan. Do you know Jonathan Hillerman from Plainfield?
Yeah.
And I start cracking up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yes, sir.
Yeah,
That's, you know,
definitely do.
that's the fan.
Yeah.
So you made so many people proud.
Appreciate that,
Um,
man.
Still doing it.
And still
Sure.
doing it. And that's when now we're going to get to the hip hop.
sure.
I got to say, this is one of the craziest nights I had in life.
Mm.
And it's because of you
Wow.
bringing people together.
Yeah.
And I know you brought a lot of family came from the woodworks. Can I
Yeah.
ask that? When you become in the NFL, does that happen?
That actually happened in college.
That happened in college.
Yeah.
I'm your cousin in this. And
Yeah. Some stories checked out, and my dad was like, "I just don't know this person."
that
Like,
soon.
from a can of paint, don't know this person.
Yo.
Yeah.
But they were legit family though.
Maybe.
Well, the people's stories who checked out, they were legit family, but the other
Still
people,
didn't know who they was though.
the legit family, I didn't know who they
That's
was.
crazy.
I just met them on Facebook Messenger
Wow.
that day, and I was at like 19 years old at the time. Yeah.
They was trying to catfish you.
Oh man, what?
He said it checked out.
This is the
Some
craziest.
of them,
Yeah.
some of them, not all of them.
Yeah,
Yo.
crazy.
So I have a cousin. I'm not even gonna say one side. I got a cousin on the side that I heard about.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a family secret. I put your picture up today,
Oh,
and it's like, yo, I got my fam coming through tonight.
right.
My cousin hits me, and it's like, are you so and so related to this one? Really checks out. I know who that cousin is.
Okay.
But what reason why they hit me out the blue? They said, "Is that our family who played for the Giants?"
Oh man.
Now, no disrespect, because they just want to know their family. Honest question. But that's what you bought out. You bought my family, my first cousin that I ain't
They
know.
want to go
That's
get
dope.
that water cooler talk
Yeah.
on. Like,
That's
And
dope.
that's
my
dope.
cousin
That's
played
That's
with
dope.
the Giants.
That's
Because
dope.
honestly, they don't, for whatever reason, they don't know their family
Right.
like that. So they were excited. And I'm sorry, cuz, that, you know, but you can claim them too.
Yeah.
He part of
I was
us.
there, we all family.
But that's what you did when you came here, and you brought a
Appreciate
lot of
that.
people out. It's a tough one when you get, now you had it in college, now you're here.
Right.
Couple of $5?
Oh man.
No?
Went from
How about a hat?
He said, "Fine."
man catching,
Only $1 $5.
Oh
catching
man.
Okay,
screens
look.
and streams now.
I can't
Boy, what?
talk about it.
Man, so I first got on. So what they think when you first sign the contract, they think you're automatically a multimillionaire. You got an endorsement by Nike. You're driving a Bentley, which is not the case. Now, life is obviously a lot different than it was. Rightfully so. God has done wonders, but they don't understand this whole thing. This dude named Uncle Sam, who just who don't care nothing about none of that. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, I mean, and you kind of have that whole thing where things have changed, and you have people who looked out for you, like genuinely, and you thought genuinely, right? You know what I'm saying? And so, people who have looked at, now you know people who looked out off rip and they don't want, like my uncle, I call him uncle, like Coach Danny. I trained with him for damn near 20 years. He asked me for a cent. Of course I gave it to him. Of course, I have to. You know what I'm saying? And we'll continue to make moves to try to make, because it's only right. You know what I'm saying? That's always been my style. But then you have people who have helped because in the back of their mind it's like, you can be somebody. It was really an investment. It wasn't genuine love. You know what I'm saying? And so they come back and they have these propositions. It's business. First of all, they come to business. Yeah, it comes with the business. Yeah, such and such, what's up, nephew? What's up, da-da-da. Haven't seen him, heard from him since high school. Wasn't calling me when my leg was, I had a cast from my foot to my knee because I broke my ankle and tore things in my foot. You know what I'm saying?
Times ain't get hard for Wandon.
Oh, nah, it was always smooth.
Wandon, it never gets hard.
Never.
Jonathan Hillerman, he has it like that.
It was just straight. It was a straight shot. I wish. But I wasn't getting no calls then. I got calls from you. I got calls from y'all. Yo, keep your head up, praying for, of course, because that's just what it was. And yet these are the same people who were like, yo, I need 10K for this. Yo, let me get 5 for this. Come on, nephew, you got it, man. Don't you? I'm like,
audacity.
Yeah, exactly. That was, right there, you gave me a politically correct word. The word that I had in my head was something totally different, but I'm going to keep it cool.
You're not going to get flagged.
I get a point, by the way.
You do get a point.
That's for sure.
My fault, T.
And so I got a lot of those and a lot of things, and you got a lot of, man, you don't even hang no more. You don't come around no more. You don't da-da-da-da.
But you never switch.
Nah.
That's what it said.
Yeah. I was just about to get into that. Smooth. I didn't. I haven't. Those who know me from the beginning, I'm the same person. The same exact person. Same exact person who shows love to everybody, cool with everybody, the peacemaker to a certain point. And unless you get in a situation where I got to defend myself, not looking to do it, but hey, if it comes down to it, come down to it. Showing love, everybody. Loyal to a fault will literally go to the ends of the earth with you. Same person. And then you get, and that for a small bit of time it hurt. For a small bit of time. Because it's like, if people try to make me out to be somebody who I wasn't, who I knew I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you done switched up. You done hanging now. What's you doing? Saying that I was doing stuff where I wasn't doing. Like, you in the club, you doing, I'm home. Like, where you? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you got all this money now. You can't hook me up. You can't look my way. You done bought a new car. But I used to walk in the rain to the train station by myself. Like, hop turnstiles. Like, I'm going up there. I got the pass.
I gave you $1.
Nah. Yeah, when I got there.
Get locked up?
Yeah.
I'll give you $1.
Oh, no. Sure. It's cool. It is what it is. My OG, shout out to all my OGs. And Nate's class, 2012 class, taught me how to do that without getting caught. Shout out to them. Saved me a whole lot of money. But, yeah. Used to be all the time, wait for Cavs, walk home. Like, oh, damn, looking at my pocket. Cavs, $5. Damn, I got 3. He's not letting me slide. I got to walk. Plainfield, dangerous at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock walking by yourself.
Shout out to all the people from around both them blocks.
Yeah.
Because those blocks were some real blocks.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it didn't have them, but we know.
Sure.
Me and you know.
Yeah. And a lot of dope dudes looked out.
Yes.
Don't touch them.
Right.
Shout out to my Arlington people.
Exactly. Don't touch them.
St. Mary's people holler
exactly.
at
St. Mary's. Don't touch them.
It will get live.
Don't touch them, period. Or else. A lot of times, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, we tag a dudes talking about, oh, you the sucker from that went to St. Peter's. Oh, you think you better than us. Yo, don't touch them.
Now,
you know what I'm saying?
Now, I'm going to tell you. In Plainfield, and I hear this from other people. If you're not from Plainfield, and you not just from Plainfield, but even if you're not going to Plainfield High, if you're not going to the High, they don't sometimes give the respect.
Mm-hmm.
These dudes ain't care about respect. I remember Coach Hill saying, yo, Jay, my sons ain't this good in basketball. Right. Now, y'all know where my little big brother at. Y'all know this is my little big brother right here. And D, we got busy in basketball. You know what I'm saying? Barry, we done, you know what I'm saying? We do our thing. We older.
Right.
TJ younger. Y'all, you know. You know I used to get busy at Spring Lake Park. What?
He had a lot of energy.
Shout out to G. I was all right.
Got a lot of nerve.
Yo.
He had a lot of energy.
Oh, he's a hustle.
Oh,
player.
man. I thought
Show.
I was pretty good until. You know, people be talking about their kids. So now, until I knew I was decent. And AP scraped me one day. I remember tell you about the first time I met AP.
Oh man.
So boom, first time I meet AP, shout out to Just P out there. And we're playing different breed. Now we're playing Sigma Park. AP, tear me up so slow. I didn't know he was gonna do me like that. One of the best ever. So now I'm playing AP's team, and I got you, and I got Nate, and maybe somebody else. It might be the three of us.
Right.
First of all, they beat me so bad in 21. I'm like, yo, I am old now.
Oh man.
I didn't realize how old I was.
I can't believe you remember that. You
say-
ain't old at all.
Y'all were just that good.
Yeah.
I'm playing with all Americans over here.
Man.
So now I'm like, all right, now we gotta play AP and them. And who I know is, yo, that's AP. That's Ricky. That's them.
Right. Shout out to my man Ricky.
Yeah, shout out to Rick.
Yeah.
These two,
Yeah.
ain't care who it was. Everybody's getting the smoke.
Yeah.
Bring it.
Cedarbrook.
Everybody's getting the smoke.
That's how it was.
They were that good. Y'all weren't afraid of nobody.
Nah.
Cedarbrook with the metal chains.
Sure. Metal
Afraid of
chains. man.
nobody.
Yeah.
That impressed me so much. That's why I can't forget it.
Yeah, I mean, that
So
came from
y'all
my
earned
oldest
y'all
brother.
respect. Where
Yeah.
ain't nobody
Yeah.
gonna say nothing.
Yeah, that came from my oldest brother, Jason. He just
I used to whoop on Jason until Jason
Yeah.
whooped on me.
Yeah, he never allowed us to be afraid. He was just like, if ever we had issues in neighborhood and stuff like that, well, I'm going to my big brother. No, you're not gonna handle it, or I'm gonna handle you. That's
Tell
what
this
I
one
learned.
the same thing.
Oh, oh yeah, for sure. E
He might pop
is
off
a
first.
beast. Oh yeah, he's a beast. Ethan's mentality is like he's a silent killer. Not in the real sense, but he's just like all right. He's one of those like, all right, and go out there and just do you dirty. And just walk off the field like, are you good? You straight? And just walk off the field. Not loud, not boisterous, just his motor. Since he was like, coach, since he was yay high, he just go. He's just going. He's always been that way. And so yeah, that came from my oldest brother. He just was like, no, like don't be scared of nobody ever.
Now, one of the things to be afraid of is switching genres, switching things. Are they going to accept me?
Right.
Are the people still going to love me?
Right.
You put together two projects, one that just came out.
Right.
And we had to go through your backstory because, one, I want to know. We want to
man.
know. The
Okay.
people need to know.
Right.
Before you dropped Unruly, you dropped another project, I think it was. Was this politically incorrect?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
And with this project right here, everything that we just spoke about,
Right.
a lot of it came out.
I always
It's
loved that picture.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. All these things that went on in your life, you put it in through rhyme. You
Right.
put it in music, another way, another outlet to
Right.
express yourself.
Right.
Another, and now you're doing it artistic way, and you're
Right.
dope. You've been doing it since 13.
Yeah.
Putting in work.
Mm-hmm.
How did it feel? How hard was it to make that transition?
It wasn't really tough. I don't think so. I actually really started putting music out my sophomore year of college when I got hurt because I had a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? So I was working with some cats out in Boston. My first made two like freestyles that was pretty like blew up a little bit around campus because that's John, he can rap too. Damn, I didn't know he was on that. Surprised my teammates because they was like, yo, it was really good. I was just like, all right, thought I was just putting some things together. And so they got the attention of some dudes out there that used to work. His uncle, I forgot the dude's name. His uncle worked with BBD, New Edition, all those type of dudes. Because there wasn't really no rappers back out in Boston. Besides maybe Gangstar, but he did his thing over in, you know what I'm saying? Benzino. It wasn't really.
They were not good.
It wasn't really crazy like that.
Get stabbed.
Yeah.
I know a lot of dudes from like Roxbury, Dorchester, stuff like that. That had their little raps.
Yeah, because I used to do some things with some brothers out in Hyde Park, and used to take the T train like 45 minutes after rehab and stuff like that, and we used to do music. And so the crazy thing about it, I actually had an EP done, 5 songs finished, mastered, everything ready to put out. And I was gonna put it out on SoundCloud because I'm like, just put it out there.
While you were in college?
While I was in college.
Why you didn't do it?
I was by the higher ups. I ain't gonna make no names. As the higher ups, I was forced not to do it because they felt as if it was befitting of a Boston College football player. You need to focus on this. You're coming off an injury, this and that. And then my
Shut up and dribble.
yeah, exactly,
I'm paying.
exactly, yeah, you catching it, and
That's a Catholic school too, right?
yeah.
See, there you go.
And they were like, my position coach at the time loved it. He thought it was, he's like, you're 19 writing like this is wow. Imagine what happens when you continue to keep going with it. Obviously, you're going to take care of school. You're doing fine in school. Obviously, you're going to take care of the football field. But, you know, he kind of told me in a polite way not to stop it, but just try to, like, don't lose it, but wait till you can become more of your own brand and then go there. Because right now, a lot of people have, you know what I'm saying, you're kind of under the strings of a lot of people.
You belong in Boston.
Exactly.
remember-
And rightfully so. And that was the polite way. And I heard it from a different way from other people. They
Hey,
pretty
remember-
much said that. You belong to us.
Remember Jeremy Shockey got in trouble for that little freestyle
Right.
he did in Miami
Right,
back in the day.
right. And they were just like, no, because nobody was doing that in college ball. Nobody was making projects.
Jeremy
Not
Shockey.
no
Great.
football
starter.
players
It was
Yeah,
at all.
Wilson,
a
not
starter
Jeremy
or even a player
Not
on
in
the
college.
team. They weren't doing that. That was more of an NFL, NBA, like professional thing, which my coach said just do that. You know what I'm saying? I guess they just wasn't ready for it at that time. And so that is kind of what happened, and it ended up making me kind of go on a 5-year hiatus.
And it sucks.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing like expressing your art.
Right,
Nothing like that at all.
Right.
And now you have this opportunity.
right.
And you're like, nah, I gotta get it. I gotta live
Yeah.
all my dreams.
For sure.
I'm not just an NFL player.
Right.
You're not gonna say I was just a former All-American,
Right,
all of this,
right.
all of that. Nah. I have more to me. My life is not done.
Right.
I've been blessed with so many talents. I'm gonna drop these gems right here and record this music.
Right.
And you getting busy.
Yeah.
And you talking your talk.
Yeah.
You're not just putting words to match.
Right.
Was it hard for you like, what are they gonna say after this?
Nah.
Why not?
I felt as if it was like I said in the beginning, because how my father kind of got me to believe that I can do this at a high level, just like that law of attraction. Like I felt when I was rapping it, everything about what I was saying was true.
You ain't got a Mob Deep to see he's the prodigy. You felt that was
Yeah. Rest in peace of Prodigy.
I do too.
Rest in peace of Prodigy. Like I felt like all of it was true. I felt like it was just like genuine stuff, so it wasn't too far-fetched, and I knew people was gonna hear it and just be like, yo, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I remember. Oh, you know what I'm saying? All right, bet. Yeah, I can see. Word, you know what I'm saying? And it's clever and it's, metaphoric and things like that. And people are like, yo, I didn't think he had it like that. You know what I'm saying? But only my uncle, my dad's youngest brother, Uncle Dudley, and his best friend Kenny, because only they weren't surprised by it. Because when I was 13, the first time they got me to rap was over the Blowing Up the Spot instrumental, Blowing Up the Spot by Gangstar instrumental. And he
Got
just
you on some.
Yeah.
trying to get me to rap for like a few years.
I was gonna
I
say
had your work
I knew
a
he
few
was
years
around some
ago.
old
Yeah.
heads.
Your pops.
Yeah.
I knew you was around some old heads because you said cats and brothers.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
This is the thing. And you're right, yo, T. Your influences. You don't have immature rap. You don't have immature rap. And you know a lot about yourself. You have knowledge of self. You know about your history.
Right.
So when I talked about what fifth grade doing this
Yeah.
and being because you knew a long time who you were.
Right.
You got Jamaican in you.
Mm-hmm.
Got Guyanese in you.
Right.
You live in America.
Right.
You're a young black man from Plainfield.
Mhm.
So you have so much pride, but you really know, and you have pride within yourself. And you know you represent this last name
Sure.
for these people right here.
Right.
But you got some influences with the music.
Right.
Who influenced you? Let's get golden era type, because I know we're
Right.
not going.
Yeah, it ain't really nobody from right now, but
Can't be.
my influences, my first foremost, Jay-Z is like the greatest lyrical. Like I don't even field any arguments when people talk about anything else. I don't. It is what it is. I think the Blueprint is probably one of the greatest pieces of rap music ever, and it doesn't really get as much credit as it's supposed to get, even though it gets a lot. my next one, and he plus he just taught me this whole idea of just having your own, owning yourself. You know what I'm saying? And doing all those things and not just being a
Not just an
worker.
artist.
Be an owner, be a CEO. Like I'm
Do
not
you
a
own your work?
businessman. I'm a business
Do you
man.
own your work?
Exactly. Right? And so him, the second one, people kind of, only the older generation respects it. The younger generation kind of looks at me like, what?
Ooh, Ice Cube.
Exactly.
Who?
Yeah.
Oh,
You knew.
Cousin.
That's
get the fuck out of here.
Everybody look close. Everybody
man,
look. Get
nah.
closer. That is O'Shea.
Don't do that to him.
Now, see what you did? Ice Cube just met
Right.
his family tonight. I met my family.
Right.
Ice Cube met his
Oh,
family all
man.
because of you.
That's
Dude.
crazy. I don't know. I didn't speak
That's
to you
crazy.
about that
yeah,
or anything,
that's
but
insane.
I don't know where
That's
I
exactly
thought you was going there with
my
that.
point right there. The older generation, they know Ice Cube. That's politically incorrect and those type was charged by him. I listened to
Ice Cube wrote.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
difficult to for the younger generation to get with Ice Cube because his flow.
Not
Right.
only that,
Yeah.
if you tell them, yo, he wrote all NWA stuff, they'll still be like,
Ice Cube started so many things in rap.
Yeah, but it's still like he's saying, though, their style of music is completely different.
No, It's,
Right.
just, it's his rhyme. It's just his rhyming.
His
pattern.
rhyme scheme and his cadence
rhyme
is
pattern,
like it's
yeah.
hard to like. Yeah,
What's a
exactly.
ton of time in the project?
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah,
like even
yeah.
though Red did it over, but
Right.
it's still it doesn't resonate. It don't got no
Right.
bounce to it.
Exactly.
listening to on the way home tonight.
It's crazy. Like the
Cube.
albums like, Death Certificate, The Predator,
America-
like America's
KKK
Most,
Blood.
for sure.
The same way you was looking at Bo Jackson, Walter Payton, and all them. That's how you looking at these MCs.
Oh yeah, for sure. I used to just study their stuff. Him, my third guy, another guy, we gotta take it down, South Boy T.I. I
He
love
don't get
T.I.
he don't get the credit.
He
deserves
don't.
it.
Thank you. He does not. T.I. Him. What I got from him was just confidence. Like he was saying that he was the king of the South before he even had any platinum albums, and they had two, if I'm not mistaken, two big time labels in the South pumping that.
Face.
Three. Outkast, LaFace. You had Cash Money. You had No Limit, who was making multi-million. He didn't even have a gold
So
album.
Def.
But you know what? But besides,
So Def.
But he was one of the few that could. I mean, you got Ludacris and you had Luda, you had Outkast, you had
Right.
Scarface. But he one of the few that could really rap though.
Yeah.
Like that
Slow
time,
flow,
at
flash
that
flow,
time.
everything. Very versatile. Yeah, for sure.
He was at one point considered the down south Jay-Z.
He was.
Yeah, he
Exactly. Exactly.
That's because I feel like he's just educated enough to get along,
To get it off.
to get
Right.
it off.
Yeah.
Like, he can get that
That's
off,
true.
So.
Him. Another influence. People was just like, man, you ain't from the West Coast. Snoop Dogg. He started his own language. Started his own language.
For sure.
E42 does not get no credit.
Copacetic.
Don't get none.
You have some songs where you feel like you ain't get the credit. Which one was it? I got so many quotes from one of your joints,
Yeah.
and
I think you.
going through. I got too many.
Yeah, I think I know you're
And
talking
I'm looking
about.
at the top right now. You felt like you ain't get the credit all the work that you put in because they overlooked you sometimes.
Right.
Now, if they did that with sports,
Right.
not knowing how much work you put in,
Mhm.
all the work you put in with the rapping,
Right. Right.
probably about the same
Yeah.
because you care about what you're doing.
Right.
But somebody's gonna look at you with like, nah, man, it gotta be easy for him.
Right.
He really don't.
Yeah.
I could do the same thing.
Uh huh.
Why can't they do what you do? How much work do you put in with this music right here?
I mean, like you said, I mean, if I'm the type of dude, like I don't like to do nothing half-ass. If I'm gonna do it, I told my boy C Major is OG from
That's
Newark.
your main producer, right?
Yeah, my main producer C Major, who pretty much just, I don't know. That's that dude is a real dude. That's all I gotta say. That's one of the last real ones left. And we used to just be in there for hours, just going over things. He just cutting it, boom, say it different. Say it. Nah, just say. Nah, you didn't enunciate. Like little stuff. Like I used to be mad. Like, come on, man. Like, what you mean? We been at this for 6 hours.
He's your coach.
Yeah. We've been at this for 6 hours. You didn't breathe right.
It
Do
matters.
It matters.
It matters.
Absolutely, Jay.
And so, as he said, all right, now wrap it at home, wrap it again, come back, we'll do it. Well, what you mean? We didn't spend this stuff. Like, what do you mean?
I didn't know I got
He
homework.
said, I
and
need
verses.
you to do that. So
Word.
when you come back to the studio, you can say it in a different way that you don't need your phone or no lyrics. So you have different inflection. You got different attitude. You got all of that. Inflection. A different inflection.
That's definitely a
Respect.
point.
Respect. Different inflection and attitude, and so they can hear it and be like, all right, I feel that. You gotta say certain things a certain way so it comes off. It can't just be plain and this, or it gotta be like what you know what I'm saying. It's gotta have something to it to make people be like, all right, damn. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what made Old Dirty Bastard so dope. Another one of my influences, Scorpio Freestyle, partially for him. Shout out to him. Because he just said it in a different way, and it was like,
Right
whoa.
now, I just
Nobody
realized
can
like
stop.
a month
Nobody.
ago, I was on some other shit, but Shimmy Shimmy Y'all is basically
oh man,
That's fire. That's great.
He repeated himself the whole
the whole thing, and it's a
It got
classic
that
hip hop
shit
song.
off.
Why? Because
First of all,
how we said it.
if your single can
Yes.
say "Ooh baby, I like it raw," I'm a fan.
Yes.
Yeah. Exactly. And it's like, all of that type of It's not
Shimmy Shimmy
regular.
put me on a
Like
whole nother- it didn't put me on. I've always
Brooklyn
loved
Zoo,
ODB,
Raw
but it
Hide,
reminded
all of
me-
that.
It
The
reminded me
Stomp.
of
But what was
ODB's
ill, what he
genius.
was doing is he
It
was
was
just
crazy.
releasing the
You're not
singles
even
for 70 shit.
26.
Yeah.
And you know this music?
My oldest brother, Jay. I used to listen to CDs all the time. He's like, you know what? Sit down. Put down Wu-Tang, Old Dirty Bastard, Jay-Z, Nas. Like, just listen to it until you get tired of it and stop messing with my stuff. And ever since then, I was like, all right, as soon as we got a computer, just look that stuff up. YouTube.
That was me
Listen
when I was.
all the time. I wouldn't listen to none of the new stuff. Like, it wasn't until like 50 T.I. and all them, Kanye West. Okay, obviously I kept in tune with them, of course, because that's the artists I grew up with, listening to. Like, as they grew up in the game, I grew up in life. So, but I always went back. Doggy Style album, fucking Dre Chronic album, you know what I'm saying? Biggie Ready to Die, Tupac, you know what I'm saying? Always went back. Because it was just like that joke. It was just real. It was lyrical. It was like, yo, this dude is crazy.
This makes all of us smile.
Yeah.
Because I get these. We all had these conversations, but they don't know.
Nah,
They don't
they
know
don't. Nah.
what real music is, and they don't know what good rap is, and you do.
Right.
And
I don't like that statement.
But people say I don't like it either.
That's why I hate
But
my
people
cousin
say
Rod
that.
because he always be like, I don't listen to your stuff. And I'm like, what do you want to listen to? And he put on #1 from KRS-One. And I'm like, man, I don't want to hear. But then I listen to it now and I'm like,
Yeah.
man, he was spitting
KRS.
some
He was.
Right.
KRS was
Spitting
tough. That was one of my
crazy
dad's
knowledge.
favorites. KRS, Big
Chris-
Daddy
Chris-
Kane. Yeah.
Having an older sibling or whoever in your life makes a difference. though.
Right, 100%.
When it comes to your
They
music.
help you with
100%.
music, a little
Anything.
fashion sense.
Yeah,
They
a
put
whole
you on an
bunch.
early
how you
corn,
think.
I had
all
two
types
of
of stuff.
it makes a difference.
Yeah.
It definitely does make a difference. And you came out with the project.
Right.
Why should people take the time to listen?
Cause it's real. We tried our best to bridge the gap between the older and the younger generation. I wanted to bring the beats and the movement and the energy of the youth, but have the lyrical content and also like the meaning behind the words, like the music was back in the day, like actually having something to say rather than just going on a beat and just like it sounds like ad libs the whole time and people just like I can't really understand this. You know what I'm saying? I understand maybe 10 words of it. Now don't get me wrong, the beat, yeah, I'm moving around in the club, yeah, cool. If you're drunk or whatever, yeah, you can dance and everything sounds good then. But when you sit down and you listen to it, you know what I'm saying? It's just like, whoa. You know what I'm saying? Like, what this he not even 30, he talking. What is he talking? What do you know about this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted that reaction, and that's when I got a lot of older folks from out here, old heads from out here, OGs from out here, from where, you know, they're like, what are you, bro? I didn't even know you had it like that. Youngin, like, oh, you sound like you been around. You know what I'm saying? Well, I've been blessed to be around some real OGs who, you know, was doing the right thing and doing and kind of told you, yo, youngin, come here, do this and that. So they kind of showed me that type of stuff.
That's always
You know
a
what I'm saying?
blessing.
You were actually the first person that told me about that Rolly line that I used in what's his name? In Scorpio Freestyle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I said you even if you freeze the Rolly, you cannot rewind time. You said that to Coach Danny one time because you guys were beefing about who was better. Yo, look at my tape. Look, I'm not getting touched. And Coach Danny was like, yo, you getting tackled, this and that. He said, yeah, you can freeze the Rolly, you can't rewind time. Yo, move on. I was 6 years old. I was just back and forth. I didn't forget that because it was real. Like, it was like true. And as I got older, it kind of taught me like you can't rewind time. You gotta just move on. You gotta, obviously look back and look at the past. Like, okay, like I'm seeing some of that stuff. I'm like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Okay, wow, you know what I'm saying? That was cool, but you can't rewind it. I can't go back to when I was wearing 48. I can't go back to that young kid that was running around at Upstein. You know, so I can't. But as much as I want to try to tell him certain things and be like, yo, do this, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Listen to, your pops is crazy. Just listen to him. He knows what he's talking about. You can't. And so that was the big ups to you. You actually inspired that line. That's great. You don't even remember. You don't even remember that. You said that. Yeah, you don't even remember that, but you inspired that. You inspired that line. I never forgot that quote.
Is my publishing check gonna be coming?
Oh yeah, for sure. You gotta get a little something. You got to. You gotta get a little something. Yeah, because you technically a ghostwriter. So
That's his bar.
Ooh, y'all hear that?
you technically a ghostwriter when it come down to it.
Ghostwriter for
Yeah,
him, Drake,
$5 worth
Meek
of
Mill,
gold.
all of
Oh,
them. I
man.
inspired all of them.
for sure.
See how black people do?
You know? Thank you. I'm telling you,
Oh, man.
Word, somebody tell you, I taught you how to talk. You owe me all your
Oh
money.
man, give it up.
if it wasn't for me, that's what I tried to tell you in the beginning. We're gonna start over. If it wasn't for me, we got a special guest coming in tonight. Welcome, Beards N Baldheads. If it wasn't for me, he
would
wouldn't have
never
been.
had that line.
He would never had unruly. He would have never had politically incorrect.
Right,
He would have
right.
had it because he's gifted.
Now both of these is on all DSPs.
All streaming platforms, you can go get it. It's on YouTube, it's on everywhere, man. Go download it. You're gonna be blessed. You're gonna enjoy it. I mean, the reception so far, everybody's loved it. And so, you know, I'm excited for it. We're gonna figure out what videos to shoot for it, and kind of working towards the next project, which is probably it's gonna come out January of 2022. So we're gonna take along the Allow Us to Breathe. Put out some singles for the album, but that album's gonna be real. If you guys like this album's gonna be real. It's actually gonna tell some stories about things that some people don't know. Some things that I thought I was gonna take to the grave, I say, you know, might as well.
Get out there.
Yeah.
Some
Out
stuff
there.
I don't want to repeat.
Right.
So I like the way it was
Right.
going.
Right.
Got a lot of
Yeah.
quotes, and you have some interesting stories
Right.
from different perspectives.
Right.
It's like, man, I'm gonna tell everybody, copy,
Right.
listen to it.
Go do it.
I got people
go.
hitting me. They want to know one thing. Playoffs next year?
We're gonna see, man.
Y'all work
We gotta
hard. Y'all
grind.
work hard. Y'all
Oh
did
yeah,
your
we
thing.
gotta
Y'all was working
grind. We
hard
just
this
gotta
year.
grind, man. That's all it
I
is.
had a question. What you thought about the XFL? Whatever
It was cool. I mean, I know a lot of guys who played in it, and they were just like, you know, it was a good experience.
It's an NFL answer right there.
Yeah, I mean,
But I'm in the-
wherever they play football at. Yeah, that's it. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I got some people. They say, you know, people want to act like, you know, they are MCs,
Right.
but it's like, no, a real MC is ready, and it's showtime. One thing your father used to always tell me before I ran leadoff on the 4x4.
That was nasty.
Yeah, he's like, showtime, Jay.
Right.
Showtime. Always gotta
Right.
be prepared for the show.
Right.
Like when you were right here, this was a show.
Mhm.
This was a show. Right now, you on the best show on Beards N Baldheads.
Monday nights on lock.
Monday night. You on the best network,
Right.
BBS1. Everybody check it every day of the week. We got some heat.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you know, I got one of my favorite MCs ever. He had left me. He's not gonna rhyme. But what he might do, he might find an instrumental for you.
Uh-oh.
He might do
I
that.
put him on the
Legal.
spot.
You know, because it's showtime. That's like I said, your pops
Yeah.
used to tell me that. You know, and,
Right.
and
Showtime?
you got some people that want. And since we're going over time, this is the only reason
Hey.
why Soup is not gonna pop me in the head. Because he said
Okay.
your bar. Look at her. You look at the room over there.
It's the
You-
tip. Yep.
Right.
Tip, you-
Right.
You see her? She
Right.
can
She
fight.
gonna break out the yard.
She took no L's.
Like
Yeah.
Mr.
She's
Charles.
not scared of him right here.
Miss Childs. Wow.
She not scared. You crazy, Jay. She ain't scared of him. She ain't scared of him. She ain't scared of none of them.
Birdie
She ain't,
Sanders,
she ain't scared of
Sugar.
none of them. But she will love when you get busy. So, you
Right.
know, till you want, we got something for him till you might want to cook up. You know what I'm saying? Before we even cook it up, you got any shout outs that you want to do to anybody.
Oh
before
man,
we
shout
go?
out! Obviously, shout out to the city, the Queen City, Plainfield. Shout out East End, West End, don't matter. It's all family. Shout out F Town, Franklin. Shout out to Edison. Shout out to my dogs, all the homies, my Hillman family. Shout out to Beards
Shout out
and
to
Baldheads.
Danny watching.
Shout out to Coach Danny, his family.
Danny?
Tim, what up,
Shout
baby?
out to everybody. Shout out to my prep family, my Boston College family, my Rutgers family.
Perfect segue beat right
All of it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out.
The ruler's back.
The rule is back. Yeah.
Juan Don, he don't just go by Jonathan Hillerman. Juan Don, you can catch his albums out that's out right
Right,
now.
right.
Unruly. Got a good amount of tracks
It's
on there.
Jay-Z,
Quality.
yeah. It's Jay-Z, so I got to say something. All right.
It's your world. It's your
Talk to
world.
him.
It's your world. Talk to him.
Yeah. When I made it, they congratulated. Yeah. And when I made it, all they did was hate it. All it took was patience. All we had to do was take it. It was raining walking to that station. Now I'm in the spaceship. I got it out the sewers, but now I'm foreign chicks and foreign whips when we maneuver. Same people that say they love me said I couldn't do it. And shout out to my OGs, I needed y'all influence, cause I was clueless. I'm constantly giving static. My flow is sharp like a cactus. My pose was a distraction. I rose from all that madness, and now we living lavish on me, cause being broke was an embarrassment. See, I had to go get it. My present came from a vision, cause when people was eating, they left me to do their dishes. Gave me all of their scraps and then told me my plate was missing. But now I'm coming up and they surprised that I forgive them.
Let's
cause
go.
I ain't tripping. Some come on the
Let's
spot.
go. Let's go. I want another. I want another one. It ain't my way. I want another one.
Another
You got
one.
another beef on too? I want another
Oh, you
one.
put me on the spot tonight.
Cause they might not know. I'm happy. I'm excited over here.
Right.
We got a baller in here. We got a baller. We got an MC. Let's be clear.
Right.
Juan Don, all platforms, Unruly. Let's make sure you get that. He going back in the.
Go get it.
Shout out to the Hill family.
Got my man G Money.
I thought we was waiting for a fat lace buffalo.
Nah, we know. I just want another.
I had one brain, you had two.
Oh, this hard.
Now you know what I'm talking about.
It's hard. They trying to get gritty.
They want you out here, man.
Do
Shout out
this
to
to that
everybody
man,
watching.
see?
Coach
Shout out
Danny
to-
commenting.
We're from
Shout
Shout out
out.
to the comments.
Mad love.
Went from catching screens to streams out here.
Ooh, I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look. Okay. Look. Listen.
Feel me?
The type of youngin' who never needed no introduction. Steady talking about us. We the topic of discussion. People want to see us. They boyfriends want to be us. Cop the foreign couldn't see me rolling in no Prius.
Bam.
Undefeated till they sleeping like a Tempur-Pedic. I see you hating, but my lyrics you always repeating. And I ain't trying to hide the money. I'ma let you see it. To all my brothers, I'ma have it for you if you need it. When they talk about the greatest, we the subject. I'm never selling my soul. That's never in the budget. So when I see an opportunity, I gotta clutch it. Now I'm coming up. It seems I got a lot of cousins. They capping. I'm only about that action. When I spit a lyric, they using it for their captions. When I spit a lyric, people plagiarize me. So thinking next they about to go and fake my ID. Cause yeah.
You want to fake the ID. Yo, I'm Jonathan Hillman from the Giants.
IDs like McLovin.
Yo.
That's me. Woo.
They give us no love, raised in the streets, probably with old thugs. Single tail found on your cheek, giving out cold hugs.
Live.
Neil Brown, pain in your eyes, losing a close friend, knowing that it won't be the same. Cause what you told them, so grim. Come from a city with niggas so slim, so poor. Wish they was fly, rocking they bro Tims. Broken homes, daddy's in jail. Your brother sold work. Mommy got dependency issues, dumping them 30 perks. Broken trust, reason why we choose not to open up. Cause once you let them in and they in, it's hard to close and shut. Cutting school out on the block, truancy officers is calling cops, making it hot. They got my chest in the knot. My life is sorta like the marriage a lot. I looking back and leave you stone face, paralysis locked. Yeah, hold on.
That's
Live.
hard. That's hard.
Paralysis locked. When I was young, I never had dreams of punching the clock. To tell the truth, I had dreams of having lunch with my pops. All my friends had dads and I was jealous of them. Couldn't understand what moms was doing, felons and shit.
Man.
Keep going,
Just
Jay.
punch
Keep
me-
going,
just
Jay.
punch me in my chest.
What do you say?
Go.
Where that shit?
Only Monday.
It's only Monday. You gotta be ready.
You
You gotta be ready. Stay ready.
I'm gonna have to record
I
that.
got you. I got
Been
you.
ready
I got
since
you. I got
day.
you. I got you. Look.
Here
Hey,
they
yo,
go.
my verses can fuck around and put you in the hearse
Let's
quick.
go.
Spit a bar, make niggas have to go and reverse it. Rewind the track back like, what the fuck was that like? Rap like Jay-Z, Jada, and 3 stacks like baller slash rapper slash actor slash pack the Mac in the back of the Acura slash Dracula. Styles revolutionary, lyrics are spectacular. I'm coming after you, spitting legendary vernacular. Coming off the granium, the son of Damien, the dopest Homo sapien in Hell's Kitchen where they made me in. Born an alien, talking shit and spitting vibranium. The hardest in the garden, they made me out of titanium. True life. Look, born Jamaican Don Dada. I'm the mix between the movie Shotters and the Godfather. Making father figures, now I'm riding with your daughter. I was down bad, now I'm moving smarter, living larger, cause
Yeah.
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 Which one?
Here they go.
He gonna
See what happened?
respond. Oh man, he
What
got
happened?
I know what we missed.
He must be some hard shit.
Used to be rules to the shit. You could throw them out the window down. Little niggas shooters, they ain't even got a cap and gown. School of hard knocks, niggas super nervous when the fucking car stops. Killers, niggas with the car stop. It's a pandemic, man. It's a lot of niggas out of work and I'm fucking up, but I'm about to freestyle. We wet hella, man. We the realest, man. Trillest, man. True lies. And you know I'm about to straight
Put
up
the
kill
mic
shit.
on
I'm
extreme
really
cook
doing
when I
that.
seam hooks in my theme book. Teams and fiends look with they mouth on put. Stay in the brook, you looking shook with your cream in your foot. Dirty jersey rhyming and soot. Man, I ain't that.
Oh man, that was calm. What you
Check out the
doing?
handle.
Rhyme
Mike Sloan
smiling.
strips on with a Stefan handle. True vandal, potent flows, smoking foes, stroke a pose. Lyrics wrote the dope your nose, hurt your toes. Two blows, I blood your clothes. Love the dough, only lust to seep in souls. The game is closed. Lockout.
Oh man, what's up?
With no combination. Master ceremonies while you mastering your basin. A patient with no patience. Searching for a remedy. Mom scared the way I rhyme, swore she had 10 in me. Spying many be like fights inspired by Hennessy. Negativity turn competitive energy. You not envily. You in your hooks and bars.
Plainfield, New Jersey.
Man. I'm playing with yo, man.
Playing.
We here with the best. Jonathan Hillerman.
Tough, yo. That's hard.
I ain't come here to rhyme.
Nah,
I came here to have fun and honor.
for sure.
Family.
Family, big bro. Since day one.
I'm happy you did that.
Since day one, brother.
I
Since day one.
gotta
Day one,
say,
Coach B since day one, man.
your father told me, cause it starts.
Right.
He said, Jay, when you get to school, I don't care what you do in track.
Right.
When it came to the sport, I want you to be able, you want to be on TV, I want you to do whatever you got to do in New York. You got Spike Lee over there. You work what you need to be doing. So you're going to get here and do it. I don't care what you do after.
Right.
You know, we get so stuck on just this right here, the athletic part. And we're not able to accept other parts in our lives.
Right.
I thank your father for just believing in me and instilling those words.
If you
And
work in a
if he
team,
did that,
you
I
should
can
be
only
using.
imagine. And you say it in the album
Definitely.
about the influence from your pops, your mother,
For sure.
and it's major. I want to say thank you to him, thank you to the whole family.
Definitely.
And this right here,
Definitely.
we were so excited.
Yeah.
Man,
I
we
saw
got
the
you.
name, I was like, whoa,
Yeah.
finally.
We got you.
Had to, man. Once you hit me, I said, "Oh, I'm there. Just let me know the address."
Yeah,
That was it.
we
That
got
was
a
it.
legend, and man, we're
Yo,
so proud
man.
of you.
Appreciate that,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Before we go,
Appreciate
R.I.P. Hank Aaron, Black
Rest in peace,
Pioneer.
Anchor. For sure.
Yeah, and rest in peace, Mamba. Anniversary tomorrow.
Yup.
True
The
life.
words out of my mouth.
Happy birthday, my son Ari.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy
Young
birthday.
King, living.
Happy birthday. Shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to Cypher, just dropped his album. Shout out to everybody. But before we go, make sure everyone cops what?
That Unruly, cop it on
Unruly.
all streaming platforms. One down. The blessing. A lot of hard work was put into it. A lot of talent. Showing that versatility. Y'all go cop it, man. Playing for New Jersey. You don't know what time it is.
Shout out to Juan Don.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to the whole team. Check the jacket.
Plainfield.
I like
know
that.
What it is.
Plainfield got legends. Shout out to
Strong
everybody
youth.
from the field. Shout out to everybody who's watching from Philly all over. Tim, everybody on the check-in. Thank you. Shout out to Tiff, Danny. Who else is on here? Tim, Uncle Mike. Shout out to you, everybody. We are Beards and Baldheads. Check y'all next week. Make sure y'all cop that album.
Go get it.
Oh man.